Hey guys, J0, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land. Whatever part of the world that you are in. All right, let's do a quick coffee chat. Today is, it should be, holy crap, that's good coffee day. But I think today is Friday, March the 11th, 2016. And I got a couple of questions that I want to talk about. We'll go over. Tonight, a couple of nights ago, I did it's not like an interview, it's just kind of like, hanging out with a friend on Skype. And it's been a while since I've done anything with Skype. But Brad and Krista from the Big Family Homestead, we kind of just did a little visit and hangout interview type thing, talking about homesteading and just kind of, hanging out, being buds. And he recorded it, and he said he would put it out tonight on his channel, and I'll leave a link to his channel. If you guys want to go and watch us be our big goofy selves, then you're more than welcome to go and check his channel out and watch that video. And we were talking a lot about homesteading. These questions that I have deal with homesteading. And please keep in mind, okay, I am just a regular old dude, man. I am nothing special. I am nothing extraordinary. I'm not an expert homesteader. I don't even know that there is such a thing as an expert homesteader, because homesteads are as individual as people are. I mean, your homestead is going to be unique to your likings, and that's the great thing about homesteadings, man. Is you have a sense of personal freedom. You can grow what you like to grow. You can raise animals that you like to raise. You don't like hogs, then you don't have to have hogs. There's no set rules saying that if you live on a homestead, you have to plant potatoes and tomatoes and onions and radishes and turnips, and you have to have chickens and hogs and goats. If you don't like it, then don't have it on your place. If you like it, then have more of it on your place. It's just a great thing about this particular lifestyle. No, there's not going to be a lot of money. But that's kind of why we do what we do, because there isn't a lot of money. So we try to provide for ourselves with our homesteads. And if, it's always a continual learning thing. Every year we try to learn a little bit more about something different, or a little bit more about our needs for the year. An example of that would be, I know that with our large family, and we eat spaghetti and lasagna and pizzas and stuff like that, we're going to need probably 20 or 25 quarts of spaghetti sauce or Italian red sauce, something like that, to get us through from the time we are done harvesting through the spring to the time where we're going to start picking tomatoes and onions and peppers again. So, learning those kind of things, and learning how to grow that much, learning how to preserve it and can it and make it and then save it. That way you have it through the wintertime and the spring whenever you're waiting for the next growing season to come upon you. And and the same thing with like salsa and stuff like that. So that's one of the benefits that I think of homesteading is you have personal freedom to do what you like to do, especially if you live in an area like I do, where there's not a whole lot of rules. We don't have to get permits and stuff like that to if we want to do some improvements to our place. It's just rural living. So and a lot of people ask me how I got started, why I chose this life. I make no mistake, I did not choose this life. This life chose me when my wife became handicapped, and I was thrust into oh crap, what do? I got to keep everybody fed and warm somehow. How am I going to do this? So, and I made a video about that called How I Started and Make a Living Homesteading, I think is what it's called. And you should just be able to go to my home channel page, and there'll be like a little magnifying glass search thing there. You can just search the channel for that video, How I Started and Make a Living. And you may be able to just do a general YouTube search and it might pop up, but I don't know. And someone has asked, how do you start one from scratch? What kind of land do you look for? If they're just buying a raw blank piece of land to start homesteading on, I will say, if you can't take a whiz off your front porch without somebody calling the cops, then you don't have enough land around you. So there you go. there's a lot of us out there that do quite a bit on small pieces of property. I have just under 5 acres. My sister Bev, our half-acre homestead up in Canada, has a half-acre, and utilizing your space and keeping everything as organized as you can be very productive on a small piece of land. So, and that's something else too. You can decide whether you want to be modern or primitive or a combination of both. Meaning, do you want to have the fancy tools and the all the greatest tools that you can have that are newfangled, so to speak, or do you want to stay hand tools and try to do things like the old timers did? I use a combination of both because tools are expensive, and if I do have a chance to get a piece of equipment that will make things easier, I do. Example, the log splitter, a post hole digger, stuff like that, that helps put more fence up and makes it a little more productive and less work on my shoulders and my back, and that way we're not so run down, tired, and sore that we can't get anything else done. Man, when you start living this lifestyle, you really can appreciate what the old timers did and how they did it, everything by hand. And we did that for a while, but saving our pennies here and there and getting a piece of equipment, making trades for pieces of equipment, stuff like that. Really can make things go a lot more smoothly. So, but that's a decision that everybody can make on their own. Do I run a like an old timey style primitive homestead, or do I want to have like a new ultra modern homestead? Either way, they're going to be productive, and either way, it's going to be an individual choice. So. It's just one of them things. It's like a recipe, It's exactly what it is. It's a recipe. You can take an idea, you can take a section of land, and make it your own cater it to your own likings and your own needs. And I just don't see how me being another dude here in the hills of Southern Ohio, I don't see how I can. I can show you guys what I do and what works for me, but I can't really tell you what will work for you because maybe you're in a different part of the country. Maybe you have different needs than what my family does. So I don't ever presume to be so arrogant that I can say, well, this will work for you because it works for me. Well, no, that's not the case sometimes. Sometimes if it works for me, it's not going to work for you. Sometimes I will have issues that other folks don't have, and sometimes they will have issues that I don't have. And but that's the reason why we do these videos and why we share the comments and stuff, is to kick around ideas and have some other folks say, well, this is what worked for me, this is what worked for us, or this didn't work for us. Stay away from that. And so that's what the great thing. That's the great thing about YouTube and this community that we have. There's speaking of starting one from scratch, there's a channel. My old buddy DeFrog Toad, known for years. He still has the DeFrog Toad channel, but he has moved on to a small homestead in down south someplace, and he started a whole new channel called the Toadsted Project, and that is exactly what he did. He started with a raw blank piece of land and is working it to make it a livable homestead that he can live and sustain himself with. And he's it's a new channel, but he's not a new YouTuber. So he makes good videos, and they're very informative. And I'll leave a link to his channel down there, the Toadsted Project channel, in the description box as well. So for everyone who's looking to see how some dudes will start completely from scratch and build their homestead up, it's really interesting to watch. Like I say, when I moved out here, the house and the septic and everything was already in place. We did some clearing of land and build the chicken coops and so on like that. But he started with a blank piece of land. Everything from putting his driveway in, to putting a septic tank in. Today he was on the video he put out today, starting to experiment with some solar panels and stuff. He will be building all of his sheds and house and stuff like that out there. So I would recommend for all those who are interested in homesteading to subscribe to that channel and check out what he's doing, because like I said, he does make good videos. He's not new to YouTube. This is just a different journey that he is on right now in his life, moving from town to a homestead to be a little more self-sufficient. So having said that, I hope this helps. Like I said, I'm not by no means an expert, just a regular dude, y'all, just like everybody else out there. Just dudes and dudettes trying to make a living in this crazy world we live in. So check out the Big Family Homestead tonight. You'll see me and Brad and Krista kind of hanging around and goofing off and shooting the breeze about some homesteading stuff. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz, the end.